Hi, my name is Jarno and I'm your event tutor. My YouTube channel is all about teaching you how to plan and organize an event or festival. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel or leave a comment below. But first, enjoy this video. I'm here with Stephen, and Stephen, can you please introduce yourself?
I'm Stephen Corcoran and I'm the director and inventor of Nifty Bin, really. A device that I'm hoping is going to solve a lot of the waste problems that we have in events, because unfortunately over the years we have become a very wasteful event society, and we just seem to have this notion that we can go to an event and just throw everything everywhere and leave the place in a right pigsty. And I've been working in events for 30 years now, and it's just got worse. I mean, I don't understand why it's got worse. But it's ridiculous, really. We are swimming in the waste. I guess it's a disposable generation. I don't know. So I started to think about this situation. I mean, I work in environmental education anyway, and I run eco campsites. And through necessity, I needed a vessel that I could bring to an event in numbers that would talk to the festival goers, in a sense that, you know, these guys are intoxicated, they are having fun, they're there to have fun. We don't want to stop that or impose that, but we want to also get a message to them that just put it in a bin, put it in the right bin. So let's make a colourful, inviting, targeting, zero waste vessel, so, you know, we can make it easy for them. You know, this is the main reason.
So what is the big difference between what you have created and, let's say, the normal bins that you see at festivals? So the normal wheelie bins, for example. What is the big difference?
Well, the biggest difference, I would say, is that these are portable. These collapse and they go into a very small amount. So you can, as I was saying earlier, you know, where you would only take 300 wheelie bins on a 7.5 ton truck, you can take up to 3,000 hoop bins in a 3.5 ton van. You can take 1,500 of these. You know, the thing is with the wheelie bin, you have to take the wheels off to stack them to put them on the van and put the wheels on again in a field. Now, wheelie bins are designed for domestic purposes. They're designed for a big machine to lift them and service them. They're very tall. Which it works perfectly with a bin truck that's a low loader and for this job. But when you get into a field, a soft ground field, these trucks get stuck, these bins cannot be serviced, the wheels get gunked up with mud, and they never have enough bins. You ask anybody that runs a festival or actually goes to a festival, where are the bins, you say? There are no bins. Or to the capacity of people, there's not enough bins. So my problem, and I used to bring bins to sites, was this. It's like, oh God, how can I make a vessel that can contain the waste in the right order? That's what I'd like as well, recycling. That can be deployed very quickly, as quick as a wheelie bin. They can be put up in 6 minutes it takes to put this up. This holds 2,000 litres, whereas a standard wheeled bin, the big one, is 1,100 litres. A machine has to service that, where this is so big it can be left and be serviced at the end of the event, so you don't have to have any machinery come into it. The hoop bin, this little one down here, can be serviced in the same way as a wheelie bin, but safer because it's lower, so it's more safer for the individual. Yeah, highly colourful and full zero waste separation. I mean, for me, it is the solution. It's because we have to start somewhere, and the way I'm seeing festivals at the moment is it's carnage. I mean,
why is it carnage? Why is it in the message of getting the audience to actually put their waste in a bin? Is that one of the key things? And is this then the solution? Because this is quite in your face and you see it. Is that?
Firstly, educating the people to put in the bin. Yeah, that is important. But if there are no bins or little bins on the site, you know, the education to put in the bin is falling aside. You need the vessels, then you have the education. Now, I mean, for when you want to get full recycling, you need the adequate vessels for the education. They go hand in hand. You can't have the education without the infrastructure. And unfortunately, the infrastructure is very poor in today's events. The labelling is very confusing. The signage is very confusing. And the people get confused because in their domestic situation, they may have a grey bin that's a recycling bin, or a red bin that's a recycling bin, or a blue. And when you get to a festival site, you may find all these different coloured bins from the waste company, and people get confused.
Is that something you help event planners with as well, to think about how you communicate recycling efforts to your audience?
Absolutely. I mean, I've been working in this kind of recycling education for 10 years now, mainly in Ireland in events. And yeah, one of the things we found is that you have to, it's interaction with the individuals. You have to make it fun. You have to make it colourful. You have to make it very simple, and and you have to have more bins. The more bins there are, right, throughout the site, people will use them. There will be less rubbish on the floor. Because it's funny, people won't walk more than 3 meters with something in their hand before they let it go. And if there isn't a bin every 3 meters or 4 meters or 5 meters, or they can't see a bin, they're going to just drop it. That's the mentality of festivals are... I don't know what's going on with festivals these days, but really I've never seen such a mess, growing mess. I mean, is it because we live in a disposable age? Is it because, the disposable plastics? Is it because, you can buy your tent, you can buy your thing from Tesco's fairly cheap and you can just leave it? Is it because of that? And if that is the case, the festival has a responsibility to try and reverse that, because it's all going to landfill. I mean, as much as some festivals say, well, majority of it goes to landfill, because it's such a mixed waste, My feeling is if you can put more bins in and you can get the right colour bins, you've got a chance.
What is your advice that you can give to event planners when it comes to waste management? How should they approach it?
Well, fundamentally, again, choosing the right waste company, the outside waste company, choosing a litter picking company that also has an idea on recycling. Recycling, I mean, we all learn it at school, we learn it at home. We're all supposed to understand. We're in the 20th century now, and we're supposed to know. And yet at events, it just goes out the window. And a lot of waste companies, especially in the larger events, just don't care. And it is, it is carnage, and sometimes you look at it and you think, what else can you do with it, But my feeling is if you get the right waste company involved, if you get the right litter picking company involved, and you have the right infrastructure, you have to have the right bin. A wheelie bin is not for a festival field. A 1100 big wheelie bin with wheels is not for a festival field. It's for the domestic or industrial use. A barrel, a metal barrel that they use, they're not for festival fields, because we have to deploy it very quickly and take it away very quickly, and you need large amounts of them. So, that's why, through necessity, Nifty Bin was invented, because I run an eco campsite, so I have to bring a number of bins to satisfy my clientele, and of however many thousands, and I can't afford to bring them. So I needed to invent something that was, I could easily bring and deploy and could be used to contain, and then simply, and contain separately as well. Containment is the initial one, because first let's get it in a bin and off the floor, and then secondly, if we can get it into the right bin, then we're doing great, And so it is down to the festival organizer to really research what the waste company is up to.
So they need to do their research, and once they have chosen their waste management company, they need to make sure that they communicate how they want to do their waste management properly to the audience as well.
That's the way to do it. So green messages are fundamental. A good waste company, and then a litter picking company that understands how to pick, so they've got a stream as well. Because you can pick just the plastic, you can pick just the paper, and you can then, again, because it's valuable. It all has a value. So, Makes sense to me.
Well, it makes sense when you say it like that. So, well, thank you very much for this interview. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Jarno, your event tutor. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and do check out my other videos. See you next time.